More rain coming. Which again, I guess is a good thing because it'll encourage people to not have deck parties or whatever. Alright. Been looking forward to seeing these. Wow. And what we have here are 4 Rapaport brothers lead cast Buck Rogers Jr. Casters set figures, including this gorgeous rocket ship type number 4. Huh. And I just from eyeballing the patina on them, yeah, these have been around for quite a while. This is what I really wanted. The atomic disintegrator. Wow. Alright, let's proceed without the rest of that footage. There's the atomic disintegrator. And we got an example of Mekkano Man. Like a steampunk robot. He's cool. And the one-eyed man. And I guess that's his eye there above what looks like 2 eyes. Although, who am I to argue? Here's an unpainted Flash Gordon figure that I'd had previously. It was the first one that I got. And these 3 painted examples over here came from an outfit called Moment in Time Unique Miniatures. And one thing that's interesting about them, now they were claimed to have been cleaned up and painted, professionally painted. So that could be like the bottoms of an old casting filed off. But if you ask me, it looks like it's modern compared to the one over it. It looks freshly cast. It does not have any apparent patina or oxidation on it, but again, if it was cleaned up by a professional, they'd know what they were doing. This guy's called the Depth Man of Jupiter, and he rules. I also got a painted Dr. Hewer and a painted Buck Rogers. One thing that's interesting about the one-eyed man that you can get from how I've got them set up here is that all the others are essentially two-dimensional figures were flat, and you're looking at them, from side on when you're enjoying them as their forms, whereas the one-eyed man, he's facing the viewer. And indeed, if we refer to Blast Off, they have a little section here where at least they show a Rapaport Brothers caster set. It does imply that Rapaport themselves included a few examples along with the casting mechanism. There's the mold, 2 panels to hold it, some lead to get you started. One related point that comes with it is that it's almost impossible to know not just when they were cast, but who cast them. Because of this issue about not knowing who and when they were cast, their collectability value is always going to be iffy. And that was why I jumped on these 4 pieces. It was pretty obvious, even just online, that they had a patina that would have taken decades to build up. Although whether or not they were cast by Rapaport Brothers or an industrious young former owner of the set shall remain unknown even during my stewardship of them. And I guess the real collectible thing to get is the caster set itself, although I'm not interested. I'm not interested in casting any lead. I'll make do with some figures. I know there was a Wilma Deering, and I want her. And I know there was a Killer Kane figure as well, and I want them. I like them better unpainted, so I'm not going back to pick up more from Moment in Time, but they've usually got a group listed for sale every week. You know where to look. Under $10 for a group of 3 plus shipping. But yeah, I wanted that atomic disintegrator, and I wanted the Mekkano Man. They're cool. That was a conception of a robot in 1933 or 1934 when the molds were first conceived of. Definitely a historic toy piece. I like how it was kids making their own stuff. And if some 12-year-old cast any of these pieces, they did a darn good job. Probably better than I could have done. How old, how old would you have, was the target audience of the set as well? Or are we talking 8-year-olds? 8-year-olds these days, they'd stick their tongue in the lead. Somehow we've just become incapable of doing things. Anyway, I'm stoked to have them. Great little set. I'll try to land a few more. Stay home, stay safe. Don't let the men of the deep bite.